Little video. I've seen on YouTube where some guys made some clamps. I had talked about drilling holes in the top of the welding table, and I'm gonna went out to Harbor Freight because I'm gonna cut this clamp off. What I'm gonna do is I've turned this down to 1/2 inch. Drill a 1/2 inch hole in here. I'm gonna put this in the mill and slot it. Cut this off and stick it in the slot and then weld it. And then that will sit in the hole and can clamp stuff to the table. So it'll go on progressively. I didn't show you turning this down on the lathe. I actually didn't want to videotape it because I don't really have a bunch of good inserts for the tools, and it actually turned out fairly well from what I have been getting on some turnings. But what I'll do is I'll clamp it up in the mill and cut the slot for this, and I'll bring you back over there when I get to do that. Okay, so here's what I've got. I set it up in the mill. It's kind of centered on it. I've got it chucked up in some V blocks. I've got a 1/2 inch rougher in there. The bar for the welding clamp is approximately 1/2 inch. It's a little under 1/2 inch, so it should be pretty tight fit in there. So what I'm going to do is I've got the DROs zeroed out. I'm going to take a 50 thousandths depth of cut, see what it's like. I'm going to go down 1 inch, so here I'm going to just cross feed it in the y-axis, so maybe I'll take 100. Let me start by going 100 and seeing. So this is a clamp. I had to redo it. Pulled a bozo move, and on the original one, had thought I'd measured this at 1/2 inch and cut that 1/2 inch slot through it. So when I went to fit it up, this thing is only 400 thousandths wide, so there was a huge gap in there. And the stock was really too big, so I found another piece of smaller hot drawn stock, turned that down to 1/2 inch, drilled a 1/2 inch hole through the table, and welded it in there, and it works just fine. So that's it. I'll probably be making some more, drilling some more holes through the table, but as a start. Here's some shots of turning down the bar stock for the welding brackets. Sometimes that last couple of thousandths takes longer than the whole cut. What I'll do now is part it off in the bandsaw. Bring it back for that. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna start putting a groove in this thing. Gonna take 50 thousandths up the cut every pass. This is it, 750. Here's what I do is just put those clamps in the bandsaw, cut off that bottom part. I'll dress it up a little bit with a grinder. So what I'm going to do is just kind of hold these in place, and I'll tack it in. And once it gets tacked, I'll put a helmet on and weld it out. that should be it. I'll clean them off a little bit. Drilling some of the holes in the table. Not going to shoot a lot of video of this. You don't want to see this. I don't have a mag drill, so I'm just using a cordless drill to drill them. I drilled a 1/4 inch pilot bit through them, and then going to come back with a 1/2 inch bit. I can got one of the clamps that I made, so they work pretty good. Clamp stuff down. Need a new handle on that hammer. But anyways, the holes. Now I'll go through and deburr them, file them off. But anyways, that's it. I've got them spaced 12 inches on center. The clamp is not quite 6 inches, but I think it'll be good enough. If I have to add more, I'm probably going to add more up at that end of the table. I'll see what goes on and how often I use them, depending on if I need to add more or extend them farther out into the table or towards the other side of the table. But that's it for now. The thing's probably done. See you later. Just wanted to shoot a little follow-up video. This is that welding clamp complete. Drilled the holes in the table like I had left off. I still haven't drilled holes up in there, and after using this for a month or so and clamping things down, I'm probably going to end up putting more holes, intermediate holes in between these, so that I've got more clamp location spots to clamp into the table. But here it is, it's done, and it works fine. Works better on flat stock than it does angled stock like that, but anyways, it works fine. On to the next project.